Hello, and today we'll be showing you how to conduct a titration experiment. You're going to need a water bottle, a beaker, 2 graduated cylinders, small and large, 3 flasks, and of course, safety goggles. Along with these, you're also going to need a wastebasket to hold all your wastes.
Start off, we're going to find the concentration of a known substance, NaOH. You're going to grab your large graduated cylinder and you're going to fill it up to 12 milliliters, which I already did here. The next step would be to take your water and add 68 until you get to 80. So the rest of the solution would be water up to 80. After that, you take your beaker and you pour them together to mix them. And then this will go into the burette. You might have extra leftovers. Just fill it all the way to the top. And then as you let go of your fluids for 3 trials, you're going to see how light you can make each substance. So you're going to take your initial from every one and then see how far you go down. And you're going to try to go less and less to make each substance lighter for all 3 trials.
Like we said, once you add your solution into the burette, you want to keep 2 things in mind. Where you started off, which would be your initial, and then where you ended by ending, which would be your final. So you want to record your initial where you started at. So for example, we started at 0, and then when we end, that'll be our final. Okay, so we are now going to fill our beaker for trial 1, and we're going to keep in mind that we have 0 as our initial. We're now going to proceed to fill up the flask. Again, keeping in mind, turning it upwards releases. And once you feel you have enough solution to record your observations, you want to add your indicator, 2 drops. As you can see, the solution changed colors to a very dark purple, a little bit of pink. You want to aim as light as possible with your color. Going back to initial and final. Bring this up a little bit. Our initial was 0, and now our final, where we stopped, is now at 19. For trial 2, we'll be finding out the concentration for our unknown. To start off, we have to add 10 milliliters of our unknown into our large beaker, which is a graduated cylinder. And then 2 drops of our indicator into the beaker. We're then going to add our unknown 10 milliliters together. We want to place that under the burette keeping in mind again our initial, which is at 19. As we turn the stopcock on to release the solution, we have to start and shake our unknown. So here we're going to be turning our stopcock where there's only a few drops coming in very slow. I said, keep the shaking. You want to keep shaking the flask with your unknown until the solution turns colors. Here we now see a violent change in colors starting to happen. And now that we see that most of our solution is now changing colors, we'll now turn the stopcock off. As you can see, keep in mind our initial was at 19 and is now at 24. Comparing the two, they both look near the same color. Again, you want to try and add as light as possible. Try and get them as light as possible. And you want to record always, keeping in mind your initial where you started and then your final where it ended. For trial 3, we'll be testing our unknown concentration once again. In our previous trial 2, we added 10 milliliters. In trial 3, we now have 15 milliliters, which I've already added now. Again, as previous, we'll be adding again our indicator, 2 drops into the flask. Then, once again, onto the burette. Adding small, I'm going to lift it up a little here so you guys can see the speed of the drop. Once again, we'll be shaking as the drops come out. Here we now see for every drop it adds a violent color effect. We are now seeing our solution change in color. We'll stop the flow here. As our final.
So we hope that this video was useful, educational, and once again, I'm Mr. Souza.
I'm Mr. Delorio.
Thank you for watching.